everybody and welcome back to a new video. I am super excited to film this video today because I came up with this idea and I was like, yes, this is a fun idea, can't wait. And this video is going to be my top 10 favourite films of 2000, just the year 2000. And I actually posted on my Instagram, I was posting a list of videos that were upcoming, I put 2001. That's because at that time I was making my list for the 2001 top 10. I was like, oh, oops. But I am going to be going through from 2000 to, I guess, 2016, doing my top 10 of every year in the 2000s, because I think the 2000s is an interesting time, and I feel like maybe we talk a lot about the 80s and the 90s, and not so much about the 2000s. So, this is my top 10 of 2000. There might be someone here you agree with, there might be someone here you don't agree with, or there might be a few you're like, I can't believe that isn't on the list, and I can think of one main film that you guys might be surprised isn't on the list, but it was kind of tricky actually to pick 10. I was surprised when I looked at all the films, well, not all of them, but I looked at a majority of films that came out this year. I was like, ooh, that one. I had a big list and I had to narrow it down, so yeah, let's just get into it. It isn't in an order of like the first one's the best or the last one's the best. It's not in any order, it's just random because I don't like to order things so much. Anyway, so the first one is The Perfect Storm. This movie is so fantastic, I loved it. I only watched it a couple of years ago on a Tuesday night movie night and I had such a great time watching it. I thought it was such a fantastic film and I really want to go and revisit this film. I've only seen it the once and I just enjoyed it so much. I thought it was such a brilliant film and I was surprised actually that it's 17 years old. It feels newer than that. It's crazy that all these films are 17 years old. But yes, so The Perfect Storm, I loved it. I'm sure most of you have seen it and heard of it. If there's anything on this list that you haven't seen, of course, all of these I would really highly recommend. So yeah, The Perfect Storm is probably, I'm just looking, my more recent yet. It's the most recent one I've seen off this whole list. The next one is Pay It Forward. I love this movie. It's such a good movie. I watched it for the first time in school, I think in RE, or I don't know what class it was. But it really I just loved it. I really connected with it the first time I watched it when I was in school, and then I've watched it quite a few times in the years later. And it's such a good film, and I feel like people don't talk about this enough. It's got Haley Joel Osment, who obviously was from The Sixth Sense, and he's so fantastic in this, and it's such a fantastic film. And I think, is it Kevin Spacey as well who's in this? I think. I haven't seen it for a while, but it's so good and not enough people talk about this. I feel like it wouldn't really be on many other people's top 10 of 2000 list, so that's why there's a few that didn't make it to mine that you might think would have. But yeah, this is just such a fantastic film and I 100% recommend this one. I love it. I might be putting it in my I love that film soon for my pick because I think it's such a good film. It definitely needs more, it needs to be talked about more. I love it. Definitely recommend Pay It Forward. The next one I feel like is probably on everybody's list, and that's Castaway. Castaway is so good, and I love Wilson, and I love Tom Hanks, and I just think it's such a fantastic film, and I need to rewatch it because I haven't seen it for a long time, and I always miss Castaway. I'm like, oh, I want to watch Castaway. I feel like it's a film, I could watch it anytime. If it was on the TV, and I was just kind of, I'd be like, oh yes, Castaway's on, you'd watch it. I feel like that's the same for everybody. It's such a fantastic film, and again, Tom Hanks is always brilliant. You've all seen Castaway, I'm pretty sure. If you haven't seen Castaway, you need to watch it. It's very good. I really love it. So yeah, Castaway is a great one, but I feel like it's a really obvious one. The next one is another one that I feel like people don't talk about too much, and it's Memento. This is such a good film, and it's really cleverly filmed as well. It's filmed in a weird way. I haven't seen it for a while, so I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, it's a brilliant film. It's about this man who can't remember things, like he has memory loss problems, so he gets tattoos and on his body and tries to remember things. He's trying to figure something out. I feel like I've forgotten half the film, but I know I loved it, and I've seen it twice, and I really liked it both times I watched it, but it's kind of not 100% there in my brain. But yeah, Memento, I feel like it needed to be on this list because I think it's not talked about too much. I definitely think it's an underrated film, and I was really surprised to see that it came out in 2000 as well. As soon as I saw it on the list of films, I was like, yes, Memento. I need to put that on my list. It's a great film. So yeah, definitely recommend Memento. And it's a Christopher Nolan film as well, so if you like Christopher Nolan and you haven't seen Memento, then you can check that one out. The next one on my list is kind of like a real guilty pleasure for me, and it's Charlie's Angels. Okay, so when I was growing up, I loved Charlie's Angels. It was just one of my favourite films at the time. I used to watch it a bunch. I had Charlie's Angels and Charlie's Angels 2, and I used to love watching it. Me and my mum used to watch it quite a few times, and I thought it was just the best. Obviously, we've got Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, and is it Lucy Liu? I don't know if that's 100% correct. But either way, I love them. And Cameron Diaz and Drew Barrymore were them people that I really just grew to love, and kind of them was seeking out their films because of Charlie's Angels. And I just thought it was such an awesome, badass film with 3 cool main women characters. And I haven't seen this film for years, so I might rewatch it and be like, oh, it's not that good of a film. But I feel like it's such a classic from the time when I was watching it, so I feel like it had to be on the list because it's a big guilty pleasure for me, and I grew up watching this film and I watched it a bunch. So I feel like this one wouldn't be on many people's lists, but it made it to mine. That kind of goes the same for the next one. The next one's in the same kind of category, and that's Miss Congeniality. I love this film. It's another one that I grew up watching and I really loved, and I watched the first one and I watched the second one, and yeah, I really loved Miss Congeniality. And it's another one where, because obviously it's Sandra Bullock, I then really decided that I really liked Sandra Bullock, and I watched a lot of her films. Practical Magic had always been one of my favourites when I was younger, so I'd seen that, and then I'd seen this, and then I kind of was seeking out more of her films, and she became one of my favourite female actors. So I really, really love Sandra Bullock, and I always loved Miss Congeniality. So yeah, I'm sure you've all heard of Miss Congeniality, and again, it might not make your list, but for me, I love it, and I definitely need to rewatch it soon because I think it still stands up. I've watched Miss Congeniality maybe 4 years ago, so it's kind of recent compared to how long it has been since I watched Charlie's Angels. So I watched it about 4 years ago, and it was still funny, and I still thought it was brilliant. I still loved it. So yeah, I feel like it stood its time. So really enjoyed that one. The next one is Chocolat with Johnny Depp. I really, really love this film. It's just a sweet, nice film, and I often think of it, I'm like, oh yeah, I really loved that film. So again, when I saw it on the list, I thought, yes, that one should go on my list. I really like that film. And I feel, again, it's kind of underrated for Johnny Depp's films. I think it's, it's not one of his top films that people talk about, and I think it should be. I think it's a really good one. It's just a kind of more of a nice, sweet film, which is what I really enjoy those type of films. So yeah, and it is about chocolate as well. There is a little chocolate shop, and it's really, really cute. My mum introduced me to this film years ago, and I was always like, and then I really liked it. So yeah, it was one of those that, again, I didn't know if I was going to like, and then I think what swayed me was that Johnny Depp was in it, because I've always liked Johnny Depp. I loved Edward Scissorhands, Sleepy Hollow, Pirates of the Caribbean films when I was younger. So I was like, well, Johnny Depp's in it. Okay, I'll watch it, and then I really, really liked it. So yeah, really like Chocolate. The next one is another one I feel my list is probably different than others. If you want to put your list down in the comments below, I'd be really interested to know some of your favourites from the year 2000. The next one on my list is Erin Brockovich, and this is Julia Roberts' film, and I remember watching this and I just loved it. I thought it was so good. I really, really love Julia Roberts. I mean, she's done some more questionable things recently. I definitely prefer 90s Julia Roberts, and I guess this was just, this has just come out from the 90s. Erin Brockovich is 2000, and so I feel like it's still in those group with the 90s ones, and I didn't actually realise it was as old as it was when I first watched it. And I just really enjoyed it. It's a great film. Again, it's about this woman who, I've forgotten the plot again, but it's about a strong woman character, Erin Brockovich. She's great and she's awesome and really badass, and she's going to court because, why? I don't know. I really love the film though. Honestly, I do. A quick jump in here after I filmed the video. Erin Brockovich wanted to be a lawyer. She was a single woman who wanted to be a lawyer. That was it. That's where I was like, okay, there's some kind of court thing. No, it wasn't that. She wanted to be a lawyer, and then, awesome, yeah, I'm with it now. So yes, Erin Brockovich. I just thought I'd add that in because I didn't want to confuse things. Next time I do the 2001 list, I'm going to watch all the trailers first, because even though I love the films, it might have been a long time since I've seen them, so then I forget the main overall plots. But I know I really love Julia Roberts in it, and again, I hadn't seen that many of her films when I watched this, and so it kind of really sparked off me watching more Julia Roberts. It's definitely not my favourite of hers, but it would be my top 5. I feel like I made a top 5 Julia Roberts video, and now I don't know whether it was in the top 5. But yes, that's Erin Brockovich. The next one on my list is a Christmas film, And it's The Grinch. Who doesn't love The Grinch? Everyone knows about The Grinch. I feel like it's not everyone's favourite, but I love The Grinch. I grew up watching The Grinch. It's one of my favourite Christmas films, so I had to put it on this list. I love The Grinch. And the final film on my list for the top 10 of 2000 films, that doesn't sound right, top 10 of 2000 films, is Billy Elliot. I feel like I've just moved. I just moved things. Here's the picture. Billy Elliot. Yeah, this is a real classic. I feel like everybody knows Billy Elliot. Everyone's seen Billy Elliot. It's a brilliant film. It's very great. It's a great British film. Obviously, it's now in theatres as well. It's on stage, which is great. I've not seen it on stage, but the film is brilliant. And I'm sure, again, you've probably all heard of it. As with most of these, this definitely isn't an underrated one. I think it's still popular today. It's still well known today, 17 years later. But I definitely think it deserves the credit that it's gotten, and that's why it made it to my top 10 list. Basically, it's about a boy who wants to dance, and like his father and his family aren't really for that. You know, they kind of think it's not really a boy thing, and he wants to, and it's brilliant. So yes, that is my top 10 films that came out in the year 2000. I will be doing a 2001 edition, as I say. I'll watch all the trailers for them first, the ones that I haven't seen for a long time, because I'll be more fresh in my mind then. I'll be like, ah yes, I remember everything now. But yeah, that's my video. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below some of your favourites from this year. Hopefully you guys will look forward to me continuing on with these for the years that come after this. And I will see you then. Thank you for watching. Goodbye!